Welcome to the Resilience Project podcast. I'm Julie Brumley, your host. I'm a trauma-informed adoptee coach and somatic healing guide. After walking through my own deep abandonment wounds, I now help adult adoptees move from feeling lost and disconnected to experiencing profound self-belonging. I know what it is like to carry the weight of abandonment, to feel stuck in patterns of longing, adapting, and searching for belonging. My own healing has taught me this. The answers aren't out there. They've been buried within me all along. And now I'm here to guide you home to yourself. This isn't just another podcast of stories told. It's a space to feel the stories our bodies have carried for decades. A place where adoptees can find belonging. Not by performing or perfecting, but by gently turning inward. Each episode explores the somatic side of adoption, the sensations, the memories, the truths that live beneath our words. You'll hear reflections, conversations, and embodied practices to help you reconnect with the wisdom your body's been holding all along. Because resilience isn't about pushing through, it's about coming home to yourself. Welcome, everybody, to the Resilience Project podcast. It's Julie Brumley, and I am just so happy to be with you for our episode. This is going to be an enlightening one where we talk a little bit about adoptee statistics and then delve into identity and what that means for us. So first, I wanted to start off with some statistics that a lot of y'all may not know, and some of you may, and that's fine. I'm just trying to increase awareness. This is the whole idea of bringing to light what society may not know. There are approximately, in the most recent statistics, between 5 to 7 million adoptees in the United States. That is anywhere from 2 to 7% of the population. Whatever statistics you look at, you're going to get different variations of that percentage. Of that population, we are, most recent statistics that I could find, twice as likely to struggle with addictive behaviors. We are also twice as likely to have contact with a mental health professional, and 2 to 5 times more likely to use outpatient mental health services. And this is big right here. In an NIH study in 2013, this is the one that all of us quote. It was found that adoptees are 4 times more likely to commit suicide. In the last 6 months, the Ollie Foundation released a revised study on this, and they're saying it's preliminary, but their findings have said that adoptees are 35 times more likely to commit suicide. Y'all, this isn't something to overlook. This is something to amplify. And I wanted to talk about it with relation to identity because for us adoptees, it's complex. It's layered and it holds so much meaning for us. Identity is formed through our first relationships with our caregivers. But for many of us, we literally changed hands multiple times before landing in our adoptive homes, which you heard me talk about in the first episode. So it makes perfect sense that identity is elusive for us as a community. There is no solid foundation from which we have to connect because the rupture itself happened before we even had the ability to choose or to speak. So for many people, for many adoptees, there wasn't just one rupture. And that is what complex trauma is. It's got a negative and significant impact on identity formation. It's so important to understand. The definition of identity in Webster's dictionary, this was actually really fascinating to me, is the distinguishing character or personality of an individual. The relation established by psychological identification, the condition of being the same with something. So when you think about it, even just the little we've talked about so far, you can see the difficulty for adoptees to be able to fit this definition.
I mean, at all. And isn't that interesting? Because our lives, we've spent most of them trying to actually fit in. We don't even fit this definition. So it makes sense, the confusion that we experience around this complex concept. So why this definition that I just read doesn't apply to us? I'm going to break it down for you. Let's start with the middle part of the definition. The relation established by psychological identification. We don't have access to this usually. There's no relation established. We're in a trauma vortex when we're relinquished without anything solid to identify with. So this makes it very difficult for us to even become the first part of the definition, which is to distinguish our character or personality as an individual, because we were not given the opportunity to be the same with something. That last part. So do you see how this is problematic? I'd like to offer from all of this a new definition, speaking from an adoptee lens, and then we're going to work on reclaiming it here in this podcast. So identity is the core of who you are. More than labels, roles, or others' expectations, it's the truth hidden within, shaped by our values, experiences, and a deep understanding of your authentic self. It's the deep, unspoken truth of who we are, waiting to be uncovered, even when external pieces are missing. We have been separated from our biological and cultural roots and may have experienced multiple ruptures before even having language. So this disruption makes it challenging to connect with our true selves. So our identity is not defined by anyone. It's something we must begin to reclaim from within us. No matter what we've lost or how fragmented it feels, it's actually ours to claim. So think about that. Reclamation. What a beautiful word to describe what it is that we are going to be doing through this podcast, through beginning to be curious with our bodies and what's going on inside of them, to begin to recognize the shame and how it shows up in our body, to begin to show compassion on those parts of ourselves that really, really need it in order to heal the parts of us that we've lost, but they're there. We just are uncovering them and remembering them, to begin to take responsibility and name our feelings, like I was talking about in the last podcast, which was a huge shift for me, to be able to watch as these little pieces that we're beginning to put into place are having change, are producing change within us, transformation within us as we begin to apply the things that we learn. And then through that, to love ourselves, to befriend ourselves, to get to know our parts, to come alongside them and be on their side. And then finally, being able to really find belonging within ourselves. This blueprint, this belonging blueprint, is something that I have found that to be profound in my own life. And I'm really excited to be able to share it with you as we move through some of the core issues that we adoptees experience and how to learn how to embody healing in a way that we've never done before. I look forward to talking to you more, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for listening today and for your patience as I learn this podcasting stuff. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up as to what was coming and what this season is going to involve. We are going to, each episode, cover a specific core issue that adoptees struggle with. As you just experienced, we talked about identity, which is the top issue that we really struggle with. When I went ahead and polled some of the people that I work with and even the people in my Resilience Project group, by the way, plug for my free Resilience Project group on Facebook. There is a link for it in the show notes. So if you want to be a part of that group, please go ahead and click on that and join. But that was the top issue that each one of them said they wrestled with. So I'm glad we just tackled that. And each episode this season, we're going to be talking about a core issue. So next episode, which will be episode 4, we are going to be talking about loss, that core issue of loss. And that's going to be really good
to dive into for us. It's something that we enter into this world with. So I look forward to talking with you all about that and each one of the other core issues we will delve into each episode. Just wanted to let you all know that is what you can be looking forward to. And with each one of these core issues, my goal and plan is to offer y'all with some sort of embodied practice that you can begin to use in order to start the healing process if you haven't already. This last episode, we talked about naming feelings. It's one of those things that I decided because of my upbringing that numbing was the only way to feel, and it didn't work for me. And so once I started naming the feelings was when I began to realize, oh my goodness, this is something that's really important for me to do. And so that's just a little thing that you can do to begin to identify what you are feeling. So that's what I would recommend right now. Just identify what you're feeling. And if you would like a resource with that, just comment feelings to me in my DMs on any of the socials, and I'll send you a resource that will help you do that. I really look forward to talking to you next week. So I hope you guys have a really great Thursday and a great weekend. And don't forget that you can find me on all the socials and all the links in the show notes. And I look forward to talking to you soon.